Buenos dias, this is Irv Spanish, and this is Minecraft for Second Language Teachers, episode number 5, and I'm super excited to share with you the first of many lessons that I am going to utilize a modification to MinecraftEdu that is called NPC mods. And an NPC is just a non-playable character, and I'm going to explain it all. I'm going to show you how to get to it and how to download it. If you have MinecraftEdu, it is very simple and free to be able to get the NPC mod and be able to run your server and the students' play on their computers that they're playing on to make sure that they're also running an NPC so that they can also create some characters. And anyway, I'm in the middle of a unit, or close to the end now actually, that teaches the students how to use the verb ser, which means to be, words like am, is, and are. And then basically use it with adjectives in Espanol. So my objective here, as you can see on the screen, is be able to respond to the question, Cómo eres? Basically, describe yourself. What are you like? I make them spawn. I'm going to have them spawn, and I'm going to show you this world right here in Chupacabraville. And my NPC will be there, basically a character that says Señor Irvin, and that character greets them and introduces themselves to everyone else. And the students then will create their own NPCs, their own non-playable characters with some basic Spanish dialogue. What will this dialogue include? Just some basics that we've been covering in Español Uno the first 9 weeks. Things that you probably talk about, but you can do this with any kind of things that you have in your characters. And later on, I'm going to create more episodes because I have some other tricks up my sleeve where you can actually create some quests, some interactions between the non-playable characters and the real characters for them to go out and seek out information, items, things, and it's super awesome. I'm going to create that. Actually, I'm going to be showing you that in episode 6. So this is just a very basic lesson on using the verb ser and adjectives. What do they have to do? They have to create an NPC, and I give all of the instructions for that in another YouTube video that shows them step by step how to create one. They're going to include their name, their age, origin, where they're from, a description of themselves, their likes and their dislikes, okay? And then finally, like a question back to whoever's clicking them, and what are you like? ¿Y tú cómo eres? And it says basically when they're done, they're going to go around the class. Basically, other people in the class are doing the exact same thing. Once they're done with creating their character, they're going to go around and seek out the information from other characters, the other players in the game, and then take notes within MinecraftEdu in something called a book and quill. Now they're going to gather information from at least 10 of their classmates, and I didn't put this here. And then I'm going to put turn in your book to Señor Irvin's chest, say. And I'll create a chest and be able to go ahead and they can drop their books in there too. They can sign them, close them, turn them in, and it's basically kind of like a list of notes, like what information did they actually gather, and I'm going to show you that also too. I'm also including a vocab list as far as with the YouTube link here. I'm also including the link to the other video, which is basically not only for yourself, but for your students to go ahead and basically have up, and they can go side by side, have their screen open, and then create their non-playable characters. This first step is actually super simple and easy, and it's the first step towards creating more complex, more cool, okay, very, very cool characters that could interact then in the worlds. So the first thing you're going to need is this. I actually have MinecraftEdu closed right now, the server, because I wanted to show you where you start off with the mods. If you downloaded MinecraftEdu, basically I have stable build 20. You go down to mods here, and if you don't have all of these things here, I'm just going to switch to local mods. You probably don't have these. I don't know if they automatically download right away. Maybe a couple of them do. So you're going to want the one called custom NPCs, the 1.7.10 build. I have a link to that to be able to get to that on the MinecraftEdu site, and then they have a link to be able to get to it from somewhere else. But if you I found out that you can just click here to switch to online mods, and they have all of the mods here, and the top one here is custom NPCs. If I ended up double clicking this, it would download it automatically to my space, and then just close it, come back into the thing, and then you'll see it like I see it right here, where I see mods, and my local mods are checked, custom NPCs. Make sure that on client it's checked, and on server it's checked. Now this is important as far as the client, because the students need to make sure that theirs are checked with custom NPCs. I usually tell all my students, hey, click to switch to online mods, and they all click it together. I usually have a projector up so that they can do this one time, and then from now on that is always checked and they don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, cool. So then you can just start, actually I'm going to start a server, and I've already saved the world here. And I will make this world available to other people once I continue to work on it, because I think this is going to turn out to be amazing. It just started off very simply with some NPCs here, some characters, and some different builds here. But now I can just see that I can include this with all kinds of other topics, because it opens up a new dimensions. When you have characters that can actually interact with your students and get them to go ahead and do things, then it doesn't seem like they're in class anymore. It seems like they're playing a game. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a bit here. Let's go ahead, and we lost here. We're going to go ahead and join my local host here. I'm a teacher, and I'm just in teacher mode just so I can move around a little bit easier. Cool. All right, so I'm in Chupacabraville. I have a little introduction here. Right click it. Está en el pueblo Este es el pueblo Chupacabraville. This is Chupacabraville. Today you'll be creating your NPC. Open up a chest and take an NPC wand. Muchachas also need an NPC cloner, and I have that also in the video. See? By the way, in this thing, I'm going to include a link. This is super cool. I'll put a link here to my YouTube video so it's easy for students to be able to access that too. So anyway, the first thing students will need is, actually that's for the chicas, they will need one of these NPC wands. If you are in creative mode, and you can have all the students just in creative mode, they can just press E for inventory, and they can go, they'll end up here, they go to page 2 of the inventory, and here's the custom NPCs tools, and the first one is the NPC wand. It looks like a wooden hoe. And I've already taught the students how to go ahead and use those in the other video. And if there are girls, they're going to need to have one other tool. It's called the mob cloner, which basically will create a female NPC. Let's look at our NPCs here and see what they're all about. Here's Señor Irvin, the first character created. I'm just going to right click him, and he's going to say some stuff. Hola, me llamo Señor Irvin, tengo 39 años, soy del Paso, Texas, soy alto y cómico. You see he's all describing himself, and at the end it says, Hola, Señor Irvin. This is the student talking back to him. Mucho gusto. And then it just closes. So it's just one basic dialogue that the NPC is giving. So it's not a complex thing. Here's Jose Ramos. I'm going to right click him. He gives the same type of information. And here's our female NPC. And there's all kinds of different skins, so they can choose their characters. And I just put Hola, me llamo Marta on this one because I was going fast. It's in the introduction or the instructional video there too. Now what's super cool about this thing is that I eventually tell them that they need to come out to one of the plots of land, and I'm going to put numbers out here on the plots of land, and they will create their NPC on their plot of land. So they'll put their NPC, their character, and they will create them right here, just like I did right here. There's a random guy there. Eventually, what's super cool about this is that, well, actually, let me just show you this. Let's go back to the book and quill. When a student gathers information, for example, he goes to Jose Ramos, that's one of the kids in the class, let's say, and he right-clicks him, and Jose talks to him, right? Me llamo Jose Ramos. Ooh, that's weird, editing there. Tengo 20 años, blah, 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 me gusta la comida china, or italiana. They gather that information, and now, watch what I did in my book and quill. You can give that also to all the students. I'm going to just right-click on my book and quill, and look what I did here. I wrote an English translation. Jose Gomez is 20 years old. He's tall and handsome, according to him, and likes Italian foods. He's from Chihuahua, Mexico. I can continue to type for the second person in the class, and the third person, and so on and so forth. When I'm happy and done with my book and quill, I do this thing called sign, okay, and I just sign it, and then now it says inner book title, and we're going to call it Ser Practice, and I'm going to sign and close it, and then now no one can ever touch this book again or can manipulate the book. I'm going to put it right here, And then now it says said practice by Señor Irvin. Now it can only be read. It can never be changed again. So watch, I'll show you. We're going to right click the book. And then now it just has information. It can't be changed. All I can do is press done. So another student wouldn't be able to change it. It has their own personal names on it. Watch this. You can see here it says said practice by Señor as I logged in to MinecraftEdu as Señor Irvin. Okay, cool. So this is a super cool beginning to an awesome series of adventures here. And this first one is easy. They're just using said, introducing themselves, creating a character on their little plot of land, learning how to go ahead and use the NPC modifier so that later on they could have better and more interactive conversations with others. Bueno, that's all I've got for today. Adios, hasta la vista.